Good evening. I am your host for tonight's Horrorween. You can call me Madam Chase. I know how to read the tarot, horoscopes, and commune with the spirits. And I think I'd like to do that with you this evening, if you don't mind. And I am here to give you quite the show. Now, I have a few little baubles in front of me. I've lit my candles. I have my pet spider here. And I've got the incense brewing. And I don't know if any of you are believers in the craft or spirits, communing telepathically. But if you are, then I'm going to need you to tap into your third eye this evening, as I do. And I'm going to need you to believe.
I see everything, even what you're thinking.
It's my little pet. It's what's left of my last lover. So before we get into the first horoscope, it is 2017, and I think it's important that you stay on top of things because times have changed. So I've got this lovely little tarot card app that you can find on Google Play. So first you want to open up the app and you want to use the drawing. See that? Ooh. The double thorn rose. I don't think that means anything. I think the card comes next. So I will pull this card for, let's try Brian since he's the first one to speak up. Are you ready for your tarot card reading, Brian? Here's your card. Would you like me to read what your card says? Don't be too concerned. Death does not necessarily mean the end of all things or life, but it can mean the end of something. So when you're contemplating death, and I don't mean that in the suicidal form, this tarot card means you should ask yourself certain questions. So these are for you, Brian. How will you handle change? What can you do to prepare yourself? Is there something in your life that is due for a change? Should you wait a bit to make that decision that you've been worrying about? Do you have a decision you're worried about, Brian? Let us know so we can all make sure that this tarot card reading is accurate. I want to be as authentic as possible as your madam for the evening. So let me know how that works out for you, Brian, as I know that can seem like it's a very sad or depressing card, but it could just mean that something's going to end and something new is going to begin. As you know, we are just trying to help here, and there's nothing else that I can do but pull the cards, and I will pull Jesse's card next. Can you knock that off, please? Can someone shut him up, please? Go get him. Shut him up. Jesus, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that. Sometimes they come running in here making all kinds of loud noises and screaming at the top of their lungs, and I'm trying to focus. It's very hard for me. I'm trying to do my seances and commune with the spirits, and everybody's in here running amok. Amok. Jesse, I'm going to pull your card now, my dear. Here we go. Wait. Ooh, the Emperor. Okay, let's find out what that's all about. When contemplating the Emperor tarot card, ask yourself the following questions, Jesse. What kind of ruler are you? Are you flexible? Are you too practical? Do you need some advice on a situation? And what resources are you going to be calling on in order to be the best leader you can be? Now, with that being said, I'm going to show you I'm going to show you the first horoscope of the night, which is a trailer for the next Insidious movie. And it's called Insidious: The Last Key. Yes, touch it. Yes. Yes. Ooh, delicious. She's going to touch it. Oh, that's right. I know who's not going to touch it tonight, Chad Henry, if he keeps being a bad boy. But he already knows that, doesn't he? And as you know, I am a psychic who also communes with the spirits. I do horoscopes and I read tarot cards. And I also happen to have a few little books to help me this evening. Now, do any of you frighten easily? Because I wouldn't want that. I will be communing with something this evening. I don't know if it will be human, possibly from Pennsylvania, or God knows what comes from there, or if it will be a family member of mine even. But I also have these lovely horoscopes for you. So if anybody would like to put their birth sign in the chat, I will be glad to read you what Jupiter has in store for you. With that being said, I am going to pull a tarot card. Let's pull one for Chad Henry. Let's see what else is going to fall off of his body this year. Justice. When contemplating the Justice Tarot, you have to question these things, Chad. Is my life out of balance? What can I do to be more balanced? Maybe eat better. Am I being honest with myself or future sexual partners? No, I threw that one in there. Am I taking healthy responsibility for my actions? It sounds like Chad Henry has a little introversion. Is that a word? Introverting to do. He needs introspective. He needs to look deep within. And I've done that. I like to go deep within myself every once in a while, preferably after a few tokes of a joint and a couple of shots. But it seems like he might want to go deep, deep, deep within himself and find out if he's really the good person that he thinks he is. Now, in order to do the proper communing, you need some candles and some incense and some gemstones. And I didn't have a chance to get any gemstones besides the kinds that I wear, but this lovely crystal cut bottle of expensive perfume will have to do. And if I need to, I will conduct the prayer that is necessary, because the crystals, this is spot on. So we're going to work with what we've got, because that's what's important. You always work with what you have, and I know I always have. Are you all right over there, my darling? My darling is busy. He's passing by every so often. If you knew what happened, it's just, they think I'm crazy. They think that I am a crazy person just because I happen to be in a mental hospital and I happen to be next to the therapist who had her throat slashed, and I was wearing her uniform and her badge. I am not a crazy person. I'm eccentric. And I'm also a psychic. And I can't help that sometimes I find myself in situations I can't control. Well, now my lover has, you'll see anyway, whenever he makes his rounds. I will let Chad know that if he keeps up this conduct, I may have to resurrect some body parts of his from the grave and keep them by my bedside. And he knows what I'm talking about. So I suggest you be a good boy, and maybe good things will come your way. A little bit of lighting. I think we don't need that lighting now. We don't need that lighting. I think we can bring the mood down. Don't you agree? Now it's time for me to begin communing with the spirits. Are you ready? Oh, Mo called me mistress. See, I told you sometimes they call me mistress. Of course, usually when they do that, I'm leather clad in thigh-high boots with a whip. But that's a different profession. And good evening, Cammie, Sarah, Mo, Chad, everybody who's been in and out of me all night long. It's good for me to try to remember all of your names since you're going in and out of my show all night long. Not my vagina, Chad. You're not getting in there. And I'm going to have the ambiance begin. It's a little rain and thunder just happened to start outside. Isn't that interesting? All right. So if you are fragile in any way or afraid in any way of spirits, demons, witchcraft, this may be the time for you to turn away because it's about to get real. Now, I told you I needed a crystal to do this, but of course, this is all I could get was a diamond-cut perfume bottle. So let us pray to the diamond-cut perfume bottle, shall we? Della Bale Ambala Ferragamo Gucci Prada Armani Versace. We want to communicate with the spirits. Come to me. Okay. I asked for the spirits of those who have passed away here in the asylum. Come to me now. I ask for the spirits of those who passed away here in the asylum. Come down forth into my body so that I may speak your words. I can feel something's close. I'm shaking. Something dark. Something evil. Come to me. I'm shaking. Something dark. Something evil. Come to me.